A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke. Jesus said to his disciples, "The Son of Man must suffer greatly and be rejected by the elders, the chief priests, and the scribes, and be killed, and on the third day be raised." Then he said to all, "If anyone wishes to come after me, he must deny himself, and take up his cross daily, and follow me. For whoever wishes to save his life will lose it, but whoever loses his life for my sake will save it. What profit is there for one to gain the whole world, yet lose or forfeit himself?" In this gospel, Jesus first describes what will happen to him, the Son of Man. He depicts physical and mental suffering, rejection, and execution, but says that all of this will eventually lead to resurrection. His disciples are hearing this, and logically they might feel afraid or doubtful because Jesus is describing this intense suffering. But Jesus tells them to follow him, and he says that in order to follow him, his disciples must deny themselves and take up their crosses. This applies to all of us too. Jesus is telling us to stop living for ourselves, but instead live for him. In doing this, we must each carry our own personal burdens on our path to a closer relationship with God. An image that I think really shows this message is this photo of a 3-year-old girl at a sculpture of Jesus as he carried his cross. She's leaning over and trying to lift the cross. Jesus' message is that we must follow God by sacrificing our own desires and taking up our cross. This little girl chose to go over to the sculpture and put all of her strength into carrying the cross alongside Jesus. As we are at the beginning of the Lenten season, we all must follow Jesus' teaching to deny ourselves and take up our cross. We can do this through fasting. As we are just starting the season, I encourage you to carry your cross with strength and stay true to your Lenten promises. Dear Lord, thank you for giving us the gift of your Son, who shows us how we can act in your way. Guide us to take up our own crosses like Jesus did and follow you. Give us strength during this Lenten season to deny ourselves, as Jesus said, by practicing fasting in order to live for you and not for ourselves. Amen.